Hi everyone, I'm Robert Carroll and I'm the Managing Director at Movate Real Estate, one of Scotland's leading firms of solicitors and estate agents. My aim in making these videos is to make it as easy as possible for people to buy and sell property in Scotland. You might be wondering why all properties in Scotland aren't marketed through regular estate agents. In Scotland we have these strange things called solicitor estate agents and Solicitors Property Centres. So what is the difference between a solicitor estate agent and a non-solicitor estate agent? And what difference does this make to you if you're a property buyer or a property seller in Scotland? It's quite a big difference, but I will try to keep this brief. For decades in Scotland, solicitors have been involved in the sale of properties because they've done the conveyancing. In other words, the legal work involved in transferring a property from one person to another. The advent of estate agents selling properties in Scotland is actually quite a recent phenomenon. As the years have gone on, the art of marketing properties for sale has evolved, and the Scottish market is now divided into solicitor estate agents, who can do the estate agency work as well as the legal work, and also non-solicitor estate agents, who are either independent or part of larger, often UK-wide corporate chains. About 50% of properties that are sold in Scotland these days are marketed by solicitor estate agents, with the rest sold by non-solicitor estate agents. However, the spread is not even throughout the country. In some parts of Scotland, like Edinburgh and Aberdeen, solicitors who market and sell properties account for 80% or even 90% of all of the properties sold in those areas. In other parts of Scotland, such as Glasgow, that figure is only about 20%, with the vast majority of properties being sold by non-solicitor estate agents. So why does any of this matter? Well, part of the reason that the country is so divided when it comes to using estate agents or solicitor estate agents is the question of where they want to advertise their properties. Solicitors Property Centres, or SPCs, provided solicitors and their clients with a convenient way of marketing and selling their properties in the days before the internet. They produced newspapers and opened showrooms where all of the properties marketed by solicitors were advertised. It was really convenient for property buyers, so property sellers of course wanted to advertise their properties in these SPCs. The SPCs were only open to solicitor estate agents, so as a result property sellers tended to choose solicitor estate agents and SPC advertising over their non-solicitor counterparts. However, these really only worked in some areas such as Edinburgh, Aberdeen and Tayside. In other areas of Scotland, the SPCs didn't take off quite the same way, and non-solicitor estate agents got more of a foothold. For years, solicitor estate agents advertised in their own newspaper, whilst non-solicitor estate agents advertised in regular newspapers. As the internet took off, property advertising websites like Rightmove came along, giving non-solicitor estate agents a cost-effective way of getting properties in front of loads more buyers. Solicitor estate agents tended not to use websites like Rightmove, preferring their own SPC's website, such as espc.com. As the years have gone on, however, some solicitor estate agents advertise on the SPCs as well as Rightmove and other property sales websites. Some solicitors, however, only advertise properties through SPC channels, and non-solicitor estate agents advertise through Rightmove and other property websites, but they can't advertise through SPC channels. So for the widest possible property market exposure, you probably can't beat some solicitor estate agents, if they're advertising in the local SPC as well as on the national property websites like Rightmove. As you can imagine, this leads to quite a bit of confusion for property buyers if they're not from the SPC-dominated areas, and especially if they're not from Scotland. They are used to going to Rightmove and finding pretty much every property on the market. In Edinburgh though, you'll find more properties that are advertised for sale on espc.com than on Rightmove. So, if you're a buyer and you're not used to Scotland, the best advice is to check out your local SPC website as well as the national property sales websites like Rightmove. So, apart from where you can find properties advertised for sale, what are the other important differences? Solicitor estate agents are bound not only by the law of Scotland, as of course are regular estate agents, but they're also governed by the rules and guidelines of the Law Society of Scotland. Failure to stick to these rules and guidelines can lead to disciplinary action against the law firm in question. In extreme cases, this can lead to the solicitor losing the right to practice law in Scotland. These Law Society rules and guidelines prevent a solicitor estate agent from being able to do things that a non-solicitor estate agent can do. They're generally meant to make the process of buying a property in Scotland from a solicitor estate agent more straightforward than buying from a non-solicitor estate agent, and they include guidelines that are aimed at preventing gazumping. If you'd like to know more about the differences between solicitor estate agents and non-solicitor estate agents, Or if you'd like to discuss any other property queries, just leave a question in the comments below, give our team of experts a call today, or visit movate.co.uk for more information. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please share it, like it, or subscribe to our channel. See you next time.